Pamela Anderson, the iconic Baywatch star, has lived a life filled with high-profile romances and whirlwind marriages, each chapter adding to her fascinating story. With 4 marriages and a string of notable relationships, Anderson's dating history is a blend of passion, spontaneity, and resilience. From her whirlwind elopement with Tommy Lee to her brief union with John Peters, Anderson has never shied away from love, embracing each experience with an open heart. Her journey through relationships offers a glimpse into the life of a woman who has navigated fame, heartbreak, and self-discovery with grace. Anderson's first significant relationship was with Charles in Charge star Scott Baio, whom she met at a party in the late 1980s. The two quickly hit it off, and their romance led to Anderson landing a guest role on his show, marking one of her earliest acting gigs. The couple dated for 3 years, during which Baio proposed to Anderson in a memorable moment he later recounted with humor. "Don't ever take a shower with a woman because you'll probably end up proposing to her," he quipped in 2007, recalling the impromptu proposal. Despite their engagement, Anderson and Baio parted ways in 1993, with Anderson citing their differing worldviews. "Scott's a great guy," she said, "but he's very practical and logical. I live day by day and he's not spontaneous at all." In the 1990s, Anderson found love with Kelly Slater, the Australian World Surf League champion, while working together on Baywatch. In her 2023 Netflix documentary Pamela, A Love Story, Anderson described Slater as her first big love, despite their on and off dynamic. "He was such a sweetheart to me and so good to me," she recalled, noting their shared history and mutual attraction. Their relationship ended abruptly when Anderson eloped with Tommy Lee in 1995, leaving Slater stunned. "He was like, 'What?'" Anderson said, reflecting on the hurt she caused. The spontaneity of her decision to marry Lee was a hallmark of her approach to love, often guided by passion rather than caution. Anderson's marriage to Tommy Lee, the Motley Crue drummer, remains her most famous. The couple eloped on a beach in Mexico in 1995 after knowing each other for just 96 hours. Their whirlwind romance was marked by intense chemistry and public fascination, but it was also tumultuous, with scandals ranging from a leaked sex tape to a domestic dispute that led to Lee's arrest for spousal battery. Despite the challenges, Anderson and Lee welcomed 2 sons, Brandon Thomas and Dylan Jagger, before divorcing in 1998. Years later, they briefly reunited in 2008, with Lee telling Rolling Stone, "Pamela and the kids have moved in with me. It's awesome." Anderson herself reflected on their bond, telling People in 2015, "He was the love of my life. There was Tommy and then there was nobody else." After her split from Lee, Anderson had a brief but intense romance with Swedish model Marcus Schenkenberg. The two got engaged, but their relationship ended in 2001. Anderson cited her demanding schedule and desire for a partner with equal passion as reasons for the breakup. "I work 18-hour days. I have a big life and I want someone who has a life so we can come together and have a life together," she said. Her focus on her career and her children took precedence, shaping her approach to relationships moving forward. In 2001, Anderson began dating Kid Rock, the rock and country musician. Their relationship led to an engagement in 2002, but they split the following year. They rekindled their romance in 2006, marrying on a yacht in St. Tropez in front of famous friends. The marriage was short-lived, however, with Anderson filing for divorce that November. Despite the brevity of their union, their time together was marked by a shared sense of adventure and chemistry. As Rock later recalled, "It was like we'd never been apart." Anderson's third marriage was to Rick Salomon, a film producer, in 2007. The couple wed in Las Vegas, with a source describing them as head over heels in love. However, Anderson filed for divorce just 2 months later, and their marriage was annulled in 2008, with both citing fraud. They reconciled briefly and remarried in 2014, with Anderson telling E! News, "We're very happy. Our families are very happy, and that's all that matters." The second marriage also ended in divorce in 2015, citing irreconcilable differences. In 2020, Anderson had a 12-day union with film producer John Peters, whom she had first met in the 1980s at the Playboy Mansion. Peters, who helped launch Anderson's career, proposed to her during their initial romance, but she turned him down due to their age difference. They reunited in 2019 and wed in Malibu in January 2020, but separated less than 2 weeks later. Anderson later clarified on X that the marriage was never legally binding, describing it as a bizarre theatrical lunch, and emphasizing their lifelong friendship. Anderson's most recent marriage was to her bodyguard, Dan Hayhurst, in December 2020. The intimate ceremony took place on the grounds of her Canadian home, a property with deep personal significance. "I'm exactly where I need to be, in the arms of a man who truly loves me," Anderson said at the time. However, the couple split in January 2022, marking the end of another chapter in her romantic journey. Most recently, Anderson was seen sharing a friendly moment with her Naked Gun co-star Liam Neeson in July 2025, though the two are not romantically involved. Her dating history is a testament to her willingness to embrace love, even in the face of heartbreak and public scrutiny. Each relationship has shaped her, from the passionate highs with Lee to the reflective moments with Slater and the brief but meaningful connections with others. Anderson's journey through love is as vibrant and dynamic as her career, a story of resilience and an unyielding belief in the power of love.